You can be in 2025 and thinking about 1987. You can remember the future. Your mind doesn't follow time, which means you aren't made of time. And if consciousness can transcend temporal sequence, it might not be bound by it at all. Over the next 25 minutes, I'm going to show you why neuroscience, physics, and direct observation all point to the same impossible conclusion. Your thoughts prove time doesn't exist the way you think it does. Quick note, if you want more deep dives into the nature of reality backed by actual science, make sure you're subscribed. Now, let's begin. Right now, as you watch this, where is your mind? Is it here, in this present moment? Or is it somewhere else entirely? Maybe you're thinking about something that happened last week. Maybe you're planning dinner tonight. Maybe you're remembering a conversation from childhood while simultaneously anticipating a meeting tomorrow. Your thoughts aren't happening in sequence. They're happening everywhere at once. Past, present, future, all accessible simultaneously. And nobody finds this strange. We treat it as normal that consciousness can be in multiple temporal locations at the same time. But think about what that actually means. Your body is locked in 2025. Your brain is processing in the present. But your thoughts are time traveling, constantly, effortlessly, without a machine. This raises a question that most people never ask. If your mind can access past and future with equal ease, if thoughts aren't constrained by temporal sequence, what does that say about the nature of consciousness itself? Is mind inside time, or is time something mind constructs? Over the next minutes, we'll explore something neuroscience discovered, but rarely discusses publicly. The brain doesn't process time linearly. We'll examine what physicists and philosophers concluded about the relationship between consciousness and temporal reality, and we'll investigate directly, through your own experience right now, whether time is what you've always assumed it to be. Because if thoughts transcend time, and you are your thoughts, then what exactly are you? Where do you exist, and when? By the end of this, you'll see that the gap between remembering yesterday and imagining tomorrow isn't just similar, it's identical. And that identity reveals something profound about what consciousness actually is. Let's begin with what scientists discovered when they looked at how the brain actually handles time. Neuroscientists spent decades mapping memory. They wanted to understand how the brain stores the past. What they found was more disturbing than they expected. When researchers looked at the neural patterns of someone remembering something that happened, and then looked at the neural patterns of someone imagining something that will happen, they discovered something impossible. The patterns were nearly identical. Remembering the past and imagining the future activate the same brain networks. Not similar networks, the same networks. The hippocampus, the medial prefrontal cortex, the posterior cingulate, all fire in almost exactly the same way, whether you're recalling yesterday or constructing tomorrow. This is called the prospection network, and it revealed something neuroscience still struggles to explain. Your brain doesn't distinguish between past and future. It treats both as simulation. When you remember eating breakfast this morning, your brain reconstructs that experience. It doesn't replay a recording. It rebuilds the scene from fragments. And when you imagine eating breakfast tomorrow, your brain does the exact same thing. Same process, same regions, same neural signature. Endel Tulving, who won the Kavli Prize for his work on episodic memory, described this as mental time travel, the brain's ability to project itself into temporal locations that don't currently exist. But here's what makes this truly strange. If the neural process for past and future is identical, where exactly is the present? When researchers tried to find the neural signature of now, they found something even more disturbing. There isn't one. There's no discrete brain state that corresponds to present moment. The brain is constantly simulating, constantly reconstructing, constantly projecting. It's never actually here. Now consider what this means. You assume you're experiencing the present moment, but neurologically, you're experiencing a simulation of the present, reconstructed from sensory data that already happened. Visual information takes about 80 milliseconds to reach conscious awareness. Auditory information takes slightly less. By the time you become conscious of seeing something, it already occurred. You're living in the past, experiencing it as now. while simultaneously accessing future projections and past reconstructions as if they were all equally real. The brain doesn't process time, it constructs temporal experience. This gets more radical when you look at how memory actually works. Neuroscientist Karim Nader made a discovery that overturned a century of memory research. Every time you remember something, you don't access a stable stored file. You reconstruct the memory from scratch. And in reconstructing it, you change it. The act of remembering alters the memory itself. This is called reconsolidation, and it means memory isn't a record of the past. It's a present moment creation that feels like the past. Studies showed that when people recall emotional memories, those memories become plastic again, vulnerable to modification. If you remember a traumatic event, the memory you store afterward isn't the original memory. It's a new version, influenced by your current state, your current beliefs, your current emotional context, which means the past you remember never actually existed the way you remember it. You're creating the past in the present. Now combine that with prospection. You're creating the future in the present too. Imagination and memory use the same neural machinery because, to the brain, they're the same process. Simulation, construction, temporal modeling. Neither past nor future exist outside the present act of constructing them. The philosopher Henry Bergson saw this before neuroscience confirmed it. He argued that the brain doesn't store the past. It contracts duration into present moments. What you call memory is consciousness accessing a dimension that isn't temporal at all. He called it pure duration, a continuous, indivisible flow that mind mistakes for linear time. Modern neuroscience discovered what Bergson intuited. The brain is a reducing valve. It takes something timeless and forces it into temporal sequence. But that sequence isn't real. It's constructed. Right now, as you process this, your brain is simultaneously accessing memories from your childhood, projecting plans for tomorrow, maintaining awareness of present sensory input, and constructing narrative coherence between all of it. None of this is happening in time. It's all happening now. All of it present, all of it simultaneous. The linearity is added afterward. You experience time as a flow because that's how consciousness organizes temporal information, not because time flows. Donald Hoffman, cognitive scientist at UC Irvine, put it directly. Our perceptions of space and time are not insights into objective reality. They're species-specific adaptations. A user interface, not truth. Time is how consciousness passes information. But the information itself, it's not temporal. Quick note, if you're finding value in this and you're not subscribed, make sure you are. And if you're noticing you understand this intellectually, but want help applying it in practice, I created something specific for that gap. It's called the manifestation path. Link in the description. I'll leave it there for you later. Now back to what this means philosophically. What neuroscience discovered about mental time travel isn't new. Philosophers had been pointing at this for centuries, just using different language. Edmund Husserl, phenomenologist, spent years investigating the structure of time consciousness. He made a disturbing observation. When you experience the present moment, you're simultaneously experiencing what he called retention and pretension. Retention is the immediate past still lingering in awareness. Pretension is the immediate future already anticipated. The present isn't a point, it's a thickness, a durational spread that includes what just happened and what's about to happen. You never experience pure now. You experience a temporal horizon that's already past and already future. Husserl concluded that time consciousness doesn't happen in time. It constitutes time. Consciousness isn't located in temporal moments. It generates them. This connects directly with what physicists discovered about time at the quantum level. In relativity, past, present, and future exist simultaneously. Einstein called this block universe. All moments equally real, equally present, just at different coordinates. Time doesn't flow. It's a dimension, like space. From the perspective of the universe, there's no now moving forward. There's just a four-dimensional structure where all events exist eternally. Brian Greene, physicist at Columbia, explained it this way. The distinction between past, present, and future is a stubbornly persistent illusion. What you call time passing is consciousness moving through a static structure, but consciousness itself, it's not in the structure, it's what's reading it. Now here's where it gets experiential. Try something right now. Think about something that happened yesterday. Got it? Now think about something you plan to do tomorrow. Notice anything about those two mental acts? They feel almost identical, don't they? Both are present mental events. Both are images, feelings, narratives happening now. The content differs. One labeled past, one labeled future, but the actual experience of thinking them is the same. You're not traveling to yesterday. You're constructing yesterday right now. You're not traveling to tomorrow. You're constructing tomorrow right now. Both constructions exist here, now. In this present moment, that's supposedly different from past and future. Where exactly are those thoughts? Not in 1987, not in 2026. They're here. But where is here? Try to locate the present moment. Not conceptually, experientially. Where is it? Is it in your head? Behind your eyes? Somewhere in the center of your chest? Can you find the edge of now? The boundary between what just happened and what's happening? Look closely. The moment you try to grasp now, it's already gone, replaced by another now, which is already replaced by another. The present moment is like trying to grab water. The harder you grasp, the more it slips away. Zen Buddhism noticed this centuries ago. They called it the gateless gate. The present can't be found because you're looking from it. It's not an object in time. It's the space where time appears. David Loy, philosopher of comparative thought, wrote, "The sense of being in time is a delusion that results from experiencing yourself as something apart from the present moment. You're not in the now, you are the now. And if you are the now, and the now contains past and future simultaneously, then you transcend temporal sequence entirely. This isn't mysticism, it's direct observation. Think about a memory right now, any memory. That memory isn't in the past, it's here, present, happening now as a mental event. Now think about a future plan. That future isn't ahead of you, it's here, present, happening now as a mental event. Past and future exist only as present mental constructions, which means everything you call time is actually a present moment phenomenon. Linear time is something consciousness creates to organize experience, not something consciousness exists within. Carlo Rovelli, theoretical physicist, arrived at the same conclusion from pure physics. Time is not an entity that exists independently of things. It's a property of things, a relationship between events. No events, no time. And events only exist relative to an observer. Without consciousness to mark before and after, there's no temporal sequence. There's just is. So what are you? If thoughts aren't in time and you are your thoughts, then you can't be in time either. You're something that generates temporal experience, but isn't itself temporal. The brain is in time. The body ages. Cells divide and die. But awareness, consciousness, the thing that's reading this right now, it's not in the stream. It's what the stream appears in. Hindu philosophy called this the eternal witness. Advaita Vedanta described consciousness as that which observes time, but is not touched by it. Nisargadatta Maharaj put it bluntly, you are not in the world. The world is in you. Not metaphorically, literally. The temporal world is a construction happening in timeless awareness. Now I know this sounds abstract. Let's make it concrete. Do this. Remember something from your childhood. A specific moment. Maybe a birthday. Maybe a random afternoon. Feel the memory. Now notice, you're experiencing that past moment right now. It's not gone. It's present, alive, happening in this instant. That childhood moment and this moment reading these words are occurring simultaneously, not in time, in the timeless space where both past and present appear. You just proved to yourself that time doesn't work the way you thought. The distance between 1987 and 2025 isn't temporal, it's conceptual. Both moments exist now. Both are present mental events. Linear time is the story you tell to connect them, but the connection itself, it's happening outside time. Let's bring all the threads together. Neuroscience showed that remembering and imagining use identical brain processes. The brain doesn't distinguish between past and future. It simulates both in the present. Memory research revealed that the past doesn't exist as stored record. It's reconstructed every time you remember, which means you're creating the past now. Physics demonstrated that time doesn't flow. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously in block universe. The experience of temporal flow is consciousness moving through a static structure. Philosophy pointed out that every experience of past or future happens in the present. Time consciousness doesn't occur in time. It generates time, and direct observation confirms it. When you examine your actual experience, you never leave now. Past and future exist only as present thoughts. Here's what this reveals. Consciousness isn't in time. Time is in consciousness. You've been taught to think you're a body moving through time, born in the past, living in the present, heading toward the future. But that's backward. You're not moving through time. You're the still point around which temporal experience revolves. Every memory, every anticipation, every thought about past or future happens in the same eternal now. What you call your life isn't a timeline. It's a single present moment, containing all temporal positions simultaneously. Think about what this means. If consciousness transcends time, if thoughts can access any temporal location equally, then you aren't subject to time in the way you assumed. Your body ages, your brain degrades. But the awareness reading this, it's the same awareness that read your first book, watched your first sunset, had your first thought. Awareness doesn't age. It doesn't accumulate. It just is. Always present, always now, always the same. This is why meditation traditions spend years teaching people to investigate the present moment. Not because the present is special, because it's all there is. Past and future are mental constructs appearing in presence. When you see this directly, when you recognize that you've never actually left the present moment, that past and future are stories you tell yourself right now, something shifts. You stop living as if time is carrying you somewhere. You recognize you're already here. You've always been here. There's nowhere else to be. Neuroscientist Anil Seth describes consciousness as controlled hallucination. Your brain generates models of reality based on sensory input, prior expectations, and predictive simulations. What you experience as the world isn't the world. It's the brain's best guess about the world. And time is part of that hallucination. A useful fiction that organizes experience, but doesn't exist independently of the experiencing. This doesn't mean time is unreal. It means time is consciousness dependent. Without consciousness to mark before and after, to construct sequence, to generate temporal experience, there's no time, just eternal now. Every moment you've ever experienced, every moment you'll ever experience, exists in the same timeless presence. You're not traveling through them. You're the space in which they all appear. The implications are staggering. If consciousness transcends time, it might transcend death. Death happens to the body. But if awareness isn't in time, isn't subject to before and after, then what dies? The brain stops. The body decays. But the awareness that was reading these words, where does it go? If it was never in time to begin with, it can't end in time. This isn't belief. This isn't faith. This is what the evidence points to when you follow it without flinching. Thoughts prove consciousness transcends time. And if consciousness transcends time, it transcends everything that happens in time, including ending. There's a brutal difference between intellectually understanding that consciousness transcends time and actually living as someone who knows this. Most people watch videos like this, feel the insight, and 3 days later, they're back to the same mental and emotional pattern as always. Why? Because knowledge without embodiment changes nothing. That's exactly the gap that led me to create the manifestation path. It's not a course. It's a structured process of identity reprogramming through 3 progressive workbooks and 28 days of guided daily practice. You'll identify and dismantle the autopilot, map who you are versus who you're becoming, and practice every day until the new identity is no longer effort, but naturalness. Neuroscience plus consciousness plus coherent action. It's not temporary motivation. It's structural change. Link in the description if you want the next insight to actually change how you exist. 2 practices you can start immediately. First practice. Tonight before sleep, review your day chronologically. Notice how you're reconstructing events that are already gone. Then notice that the reconstruction is happening now. You're creating the past in the present. Feel that directly. Second practice. Throughout tomorrow, catch yourself anticipating, planning, imagining future moments. Notice that the future exists only as present thought. Both past and future are here, now. Neither has independent existence. This isn't philosophy. This is direct observation. You've spent your entire life assuming you're in time, moving from past to future. But you've never left now. You can't leave now. Past and future appear in presence. But presence itself is timeless, eternal, unchanging. The thoughts that prove this are happening right now as you read these words. They're showing you that mind transcends temporal sequence, which means you transcend temporal sequence. You're not in time. Time is in you. Everything you've experienced, everything you will experience exists in the same eternal now. You are that now. You've always been that now, and you'll never be anything but now. That's not a belief to adopt. That's what direct observation reveals when you look honestly at your actual experience. Let that reshape how you exist. If this changed how you see time and consciousness, leave a like and drop a comment. Can you find the present moment in your direct experience, or does it slip away the moment you try to grasp it? Let me know what you discover.